What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and today I got a game against Aaron's girlfriend, Linda. And Linda just started doing a dwarf army, and so there is quite a few mistakes in this video. I'm just disclaimer right now, but more or less, she got the gist of it more. And of course, Aaron was there coaching her. But let's go over the armies and see how they are. Over here, I got my this is my WCW list basically, and I've been playing with it ever since the end of Dragonfall, just because I'm trying to get ready for WCW, and I have to have a 25% Lords and Heroes list, which means there's no chicken head. Unfortunately, he just falls right outside of the range. So over here, I got my unit of 20 like 8 Savage Orc Biggins with full command. I also got my level 4 Savage Orc Shaman, Dr. Zoidberg in there. He has the Lucky Shrunken Head and Fencer Blades. I got my my BSB, my Savage Orc BSB with Mork's War Banner, and then I have my Orc War Boss with a Black Orc War Boss with sort of Swift Slaying, I think it's called, and Crown of Command and all that other jazz. Over here I got my 6 trolls. I also have 2 units of wolf riders, and then you can see right behind them. Actually, it's a better picture over here. I got my 20 night goblins with bows and a level 2 shaman. Also, the mangler squig and King Koopa. King Koopa is a goblin hero on a gigantic spider with a great weapon. Over here, I got my spear chukka, my goblin chariot, my other goblin chariot. I have my 2 doom divers and my Arachnarok spider. And then in the back, you can see Ian and Aaron. That's actually kind of cool. Over here, she has a unit. Now, I'm going to mess this up. She has a unit of Iron Breakers with her Lord in it. She has her Pumpkin Chukka. That's what she's calling it, and that's what it's going to be. But it's a Stone Thrower. Over here, I'm sorry for the blurry pictures, but let's see. Over here, you can see she has a unit of Miners, which is like 20 Miners. It's a huge unit for what they are worth. I have a unit of she has a unit of Quarrelers, a unit of Thunderers, a cannon, and then she has these Longbeards with great weapons, and I believe that's it. She also has like a Demon Slayer, and we're gonna go over my magic. I got Gaze of Mork, Here We Go, Fist of Gork, Foot of Gork, and over here I got Itchy Nuisance and Sneaky Stabbing. Turn 1, as you can see, this is the board, how it looks. I believe I win the first roll off. So basically, I vanguarded up with my Wolf Riders, of course, and then the first turn, first animosity roll, the Wolf Rider fails it, and he's running straight. I mean, it's a huge charge, but he's running straight at the unit of, what is that, the Longbeards, I think it is. And of course, I'm like, whatever. They're gonna need a 12 to get in, and sure enough, they get a 12. I'm like, God damn it! They get in, and they run through the trees. The trees are venom thicket. They get poisoned, and 2 of them die in the in the venom thicket. And of course, they get in the unit right there. I'm like, what the hell? Oh man. Over here, everybody else just kind of moves up a little bit, as you can see. Using this building to my advantage, I have the Arachnarok ready to charge into his unit of Iron Breakers. I have the Mangler just moving straight up. She does have a gyrocopter, but she didn't have the model for the gyrocopter, so she's using one of my squig with wings. I'm moving up the spiders to get flanks, and then the goblins just to go up the gut with the Mangler, with the Fanatics. Over here on this side, as you can see, I did move up my Wolf Riders all the way to the right flank over there. They're going to get a side shots onto her Quarrelers, but really it's a distraction because I'm really just going for the War Machines. The Chariots are moving on up, and yeah, that's it. Magic phase, I got an impressive 2 dice, and I throw up a couple of dice onto Itchy Nuisance onto her Gyrocopter, just so, excuse me, she doesn't fly into my Mangler Squig. Over here on the shooting phase, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Goblin Wolf Riders at the Quarrelers. It ends up killing off 1 Quarreler randomly. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Doom Divers into her main bunker here. And they go ahead and they kill 5 Iron Breakers, which is pretty impressive. Over here, oh man, how do I put this? So, I don't know what this 12 was for, but As you can see, the Wolf Riders actually kill somebody, which is pretty funny. And unfortunately, they got destroyed by her Demon Slayer, whatever that thing is. Now, she does have a Demon Slayer in this unit of Longbeards, and we didn't know that it was I didn't know it was illegal for that to happen, but it did. We didn't catch it till really late, and we're just like, oh well, we've been playing with it anyways. Let's go start off Dwarfs turn one. Dwarfs turn one. She's gonna go ahead and wheel the Quarrelers back a little bit so she can shoot at my Wolf Riders. And that's about it. Not much movement goes on. She's gonna go ahead and shoot the cannon at my Spear Chucker, and it blows it up. And after she blows it up, it causes this Wolf Chariot to flee, and he's gonna flee off the board basically. Over here, the Pumpkin Chucker is gonna go ahead and shoot at my Mangler. Now, I didn't know it was supposed to be. I don't know why I didn't know it was supposed to be a small template. Just because I thought maybe they had like upgraded runes or whatever. So we're using the big template for quite a while. And again, until later on in the game. Later on in the game, we fix that error. But sure enough, it's gonna go ahead and drift off of the Mangler, and it goes over this way to kill some goblins. It hits the goblins, and she hits like, I mean, with the big template, it looks like she's hitting like freaking 12 or 15 of them. But she goes to roll, and she freaking fails a lot of rolls, and only killed like 3 goblins. I was like, okay. So 3 goblins are dead. These, not Quarrelers, these are the Thunderers. Thunderers are going to go ahead and shoot at my dogs, and they kill off 2 dogs. And the Quarrelers here are going to go ahead and shoot at my Chariot here, and they destroy my Chariot. It's going to go ahead and start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2, I'm charging the Trolls into the Thunderers. Okay? And they get in. I do not charge the Wolf Riders like she expected, just because, again, like I said, the Wolf Riders are going for the War Machine. The Mangler moves up. The Ragnarok and Koopa kind of sit back for a moment. And over here, the Savages are moving up. Now, I'm moving up because she can outshoot me. Even though, like I always say, you know, if you could outshoot them, I mean, I could just nuke them with the freaking Foot of Gork, because I think the Quarrelers don't have enough range, because the Foot's like a 36-inch range. But whatever, I'm going for the close combat too. But the Poison Forest ends up killing off 3 of my guys here. And as you can see, my Wolf Riders just kind of got in closer. Magic Phase, I got 6 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up a couple dice onto the Foot. It goes off, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it right onto her unit of Longbeards here. And she fails the Lookouts her with her Demon Slayer. And it believe I killed like 5 guys, and I just didn't get a picture of it. Go for a 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I get a 5. I'm going to go ahead and do it again. I kill off like 7 guys. Holy shit. Go for a 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I get it again. I go ahead and smash the same unit, but it drifts off a little bit. It only kills off like 2 extra guys. Go for a 4, 5, 6 to do it again. She rolls a 1. She throws it back onto my unit, and it drifts off and doesn't even do shit to them. So that happens. Over here, my Night Goblins are going to go ahead and shoot with their bows. They end up picking off 1 Iron Breaker, which is pretty funny to me. And then my Doom Divers are going into them, and they end up killing off 4 more. Over here, let's go into close combat. Close combat, the Trolls, they just destroy like chunks of freaking Dwarves here. And they don't have Steadfast. I did charge. I did kill off like maybe like 5 or 6 of them. They do panic, and they're going to go ahead and run, and I run them off the board basically. I try to restrain. But again, since I did that long charge with the Trolls, they are way outside of my General's bubble right now. So that's going to happen. As you can see, this picture right here, how far the bubble is. It's going to go ahead and start off her turn. Dwarves turn 2. Dwarves turn 2. She charges her block into my Savages, and she gets in. She's in the Poison Forest as well. She loses 2 people to the Poison Forest. She ends up charging the Gyrocopter into the Mangler, like we said, and blows up the Gyrocopter and my Mangler. And then she ends up moving her Iron Breakers back a little bit. As you can see, Koopa's kind of like threatening her flank. So she moves them back a little bit. But Koopa was kind of going for the Stone Thrower anyways. Over here, her Quarrelers, they start shooting at my Trolls. They only put on 1 wound onto the Trolls. Her cannon goes and shoots at Koopa. And it does nothing. He ward saves it. Her Pumpkin Chucker goes ahead and shoots at my Ragnarok. It gets a misfire. Actually, did it get a misfire? No, it didn't. Actually, I think the misfire was for the cannon. Anyways, the Pumpkin Chucker shoots for the Ragnarok. It hits it. It wounds it. Does 1 wound, which is just lucky by my part. And let's go into close combat. Close combat, her Demon Slayer challenges my Savage Orc, gladly accepts the champion. I think this is her BSB in here. My guys are attacking, does 2 wounds onto the BSB. The BSB attacks, kills my BSB. No, that couldn't be a BSB because they don't have 2 wounds. Anyways, she kills my BSB. Her Demon Prince or Demon Slayer here does 2 wounds onto my Savage Orc champion, and she, as you can see, this picture right here, she does a ton of wounds, like 5 wounds. I end up ward saving 3 of the 4 actually, and my guys go back. They end up killing off a bunch of her guys, and as you can see, this is a victory for the Orcs and Goblins. But guess what? She rolled double 1s, and she sticks in combat. Even though she charged, I have a banner. Well, I had a BSB, but I have banner ranks and all that. If they're actually, I think they might just be stubborn. I don't know if Longbeards are stubborn or not. But she's stuck in combat. Excuse me. And it's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I'm going for the charge right here. Koopa and the Spider into the Iron Breakers. Okay, this is going to just destroy that unit. I'm going to mess them up. I roll for the Spider, and oh my god, he failed charge. He rolled a 3. He only needed like a 4 or 5, and he rolled a 3. The dogs charged into the cannon here. Koopa did get in onto the Iron Breakers, but it kind of sucked because I did not need him to do that like alone. I needed him to come in on the side flank when the Spider goes too. Anyways, I move up the Goblin Fanatics here to go ahead and hit her unit. They go ahead and hit the unit. I'm using Koopa as my my thing to just make sure that they get through. So 2 of them get through, 1 falls super short. I go ahead and I do the randomized attacks, and it does 2 wounds onto Koopa, but it also does 2 wounds onto her Iron Breakers. Magic Face got 5 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up a couple dice onto Itchy Nuisance. I get double 6s, which is basically gonna miscast. It goes off. I get to lower their initiative and movement by 6, but at the cost of. Actually, I don't think it was that bad of a miscast. It might have just. Oh, I think that's actually my mushroom. Yeah, I don't think I miscast. I throw up a couple dice onto Sneaky Stabbing, and she dispels it. Actually, no, I did miscast. It lost that spell. That's why the cards flipped. I lost the spell. Shooting phase, I go ahead and shoot at the Quarrelers here. In all fairness, well, I was like, I probably should have just kept shooting the Iron Breakers. But I shoot the Quarrelers, and I kill off 9 Quarrelers out of 10. Holy shit. She has 1 Quarreler left, and he passes his panic. Over here, oh, sorry guys. Over here, my Wolf Riders end up killing off 2 of the Dwarves. The one Dwarf doesn't kill anything back. He's going to lose combat. He is stubborn, but she rolls. She's way far away from her general, and he's going to run. Now I'm like, haha, I'm going to overrun right into her Pumpkin Chukka. Well, guess what? She has some freaking rune on her that causes the machine to sabotage and blow up, and it blows up a big template, strain 4 flaming hits, and kills my Wolf Riders. That was awesome. I'm sorry, that is great. I've never seen that in use, and that was just, I mean, it was a perfect scenario. She killed my freaking Wolf Riders. As for close combat over here, her other Demon Slayer or Troll Slayer or whatever these guys are, challenges. I accept with my Lord. My Lord goes ahead and does 2 wounds onto him. He does 1 wound onto me. I'm sorry. He does 4 wounds onto me. And that really messes me up because now that's my Crown of Command. Over here, into this combat, my Savages are starting to mess up her, kill off the banner that she had. She still has the 2 characters and a champ left. They end up killing off 2 of my Savages. Now, here's where it gets really messed up. I'm in the woods, so I can't claim steadfast, okay? She's in the woods too, and of course we're doing our poison attacks as well. But I only killed 1 guy, and she killed like 4 wounds onto my Lord and 2 onto my unit. I have 3 ranks and a banner, which puts me at 4, and I only did 1 wound, so I'm losing combat by 1. And I pass it this time, but it's getting kind of like, oh man, I gotta do more wounds. I gotta get rid of these guys. Even though there's only like 3 guys left in her unit, it's hard to kill these Demon Princes or Demon Slayers. I don't know. Princess just rolls off the tongue. Over here, he challenges, or she challenges with her Dwarf Lord. I accept with Koopa, of course, because I can't do much else about it. And then this guy pulls out that he has an always strikes first weapon, as well as some other goodies, and all these runes. And that's going to go ahead and start combat here, I believe. Actually, I think I'm okay. I think, yeah, I'm okay for now. Sorry. So we also, I believe this is actually starting her turn. So Dwarf's turn right here. Nothing happened with Koopa and the Dwarf Lord. She ends up pulling up her miners here to the side just because the Doom Divers, I believe, blew themselves up, and I didn't take a picture of it on my turn. But since the Doom Divers blew themselves up, did they blow themselves up? No, they just killed the Coilers, didn't they? Yeah, they killed the Coilers. But anyways, she pulls up the miners here just basically because to protect this mayhem that's going straight for her unit. Her pumpkin chukka goes ahead and shoots at my Arachnarok. It drifts off and it fails to wound. Into this close combat over here. Close combat, she ends up challenging again. This time I just decline it with my shaman so they could keep up their 5 award. And my savages end up killing. They lost their frenzy, so that sucks. They end up killing her Dwarf Lord over on the right side. And I believe they don't kill off the champ. She ends up doing a couple more wounds to me, and again, this is the part that really sucks. Is I'm not steadfast, and she chases me. She wins combat. She makes me run, and my guys run, but I get an inch away, which is good stuff right now. I am gonna lose my banner, but whatever. Over here into this close combat, I end up putting 1 wound onto her Dwarf Lord. Her Dwarf Lord ends up just destroying Koopa. That really sucked. But he only had 1 wound anyways. It's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. I'm going to go ahead and charge the Ragnarok again into her guys. I also believe, yeah, he gets in like so. Over here, the trolls keep failing stupidity and just keep stumbling forward this way. Magic Phase get 11 power dice. I did rally my savages, of course. I throw up a shit ton of dice on Foot of Gork. She dispels it. I throw up a shit ton of dice on Here We Go, just so I could get some rerolls. And I throw up a couple dice onto Gaze and Mork. I go ahead and I shoot Gaze and Mork, and it fails to wound the one guy that's still there. Shooting phase, this Doom Diver blows himself up, and this Doom Diver blows himself up. This was really shitty luck for me, because they could have handled a lot of my problems right now. Close combat over here, they end up doing 1 wound onto me. Well, the Lord ends up doing 1 wound to me, and then the other guys end up doing 2 more wounds. I end up going ahead and doing 3 wounds, then I Thunderstomp, and when I Thunderstomp, it doesn't do enough. Actually, I only did 3 wounds total. I did 3 wounds. She did 3 wounds and has a banner, and she has a musician, which causes me to lose combat. I'm stubborn on a 6, but come on. Really, a 6 is so hard to get. So the Ragnarok flees this way, which causes my goblins to flee because they're only leadership 5, and she chases, but unfortunately she doesn't catch me. Well, fortunately she doesn't catch me. And it's going to start off her turn, Dwarf's turn for her. Miners chase the Arachnarok, causes him to flee again. Her Quarreler just goes fucking Rambo over here, decides to charge into the trolls. I don't know what was her thought on that. Over here, I think she charged. I think she charged here. And she connects here, obviously. Causes my guys to panic more over here. They're running off the board. And this is how the table looks right now. Her shooting phase, her pumpkin chuck is going to go ahead and shoot at my Arachnarok. It gets a direct hit. Oh my god. And it does like 5 or 6 wounds. Kills my Arachnarok. That was brutal. I should have had that Arachnarok like destroy her units, but for whatever, I should have just had it go against the freaking pumpkin chucker really early on, kill it off. But I don't know what I was thinking. Obviously, my troll here, as you can see, her dwarf is in my hand, and I should just crush that guy with my trolley hand. Over here, they finally kill off the champ, and they kill off the Demon Slayer. And no, Demon Slayer's still there. Can't see him because he's black, but he has 1 wound onto him, and it's going to start off Dwarves or Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I am still trying to get the trolls into the pumpkin chukka. I get this freaking chariot out of nowhere. He rallied a long time ago, and he's going to go ahead and charge into the side of the Demon Slayer. and then these guys are going to run off the board. Magic Face got 9 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up a couple dice into Here We Go to give my guys some re-rolls. I get double sixes on the Foot of Gork trying to smash the Pumpkin Chukka. It does drift off a little bit, and I don't hit it. I go for 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I get a 6. Try it again. I do 1 wound. Try it again. Got a 4. And if it drifts off, I try it again, and I get a 2, and it does nothing. Over here, she doesn't challenge. I don't know how my Shaman got a wound. My Shaman got a wound, possibly from the Poison Forest, but my Chariot goes and hits, does 5 wounds to that naked motherfucker, and then he's going to go ahead and wound me back, and he's going to do 2 wounds on me back with his killing blow, death blow. Over here, I think this is going to start off her turn. Yeah, her turn. She's going to just go ahead and start with the miners, going for hit my Fanatic. Now, it's getting later in the game. This is turn 5, so she's just trying to think of points, how she's going to get more points. So even though my Goblins ran off the board, my Fanatics are still there, so she's trying to think about how to kill all my Fanatics. She ends up walking into those with the miners, of course. They didn't rally or panic. We changed our template to the small template because we found out the Pumpkin Chucker was on the wrong size. So she shoots it at my Chariot, and she blows up the Chariot. That's crazy. And then it's going to start off my turn, Orcs and Goblins turn 6. Orcs and Goblins turn 6. My Fanatic on the left killed himself. The Fanatic on the right doesn't kill himself, but all my guys on the right side do absolutely nothing. It's just going to start off her turn, Dwarfs turn 6. She walks into this one by herself, kills off 4 of her Iron Breakers. They don't panic, they don't flee, and that pretty much is that. She's going to shoot her thrower over here, her Pumpkin Chucker, and it obviously doesn't kill enough. I think it killed a couple, but it's the end of the game. What ends up happening is we added up the points. Now, I had a great setup from the beginning. I had a dominating force on her. I felt like I was going to just destroy her, but some of those runes on the Lord and some of the runes, like how she blew up my Goblin Wolf Riders, and it's just bad luck and bad leadership on my part. Gave her a really close win, but she didn't win. We ended up tying by points. I should have been able to take out that Iron Breaker unit on the left. I had way too much going for me on the left side, and unfortunately I didn't capitalize on it. But as for MVP, whew, I would have to say the Trolls or the Doom Diver, because the Trolls took out those Thunderers and the last Quarreler, but the Doom Diver really killed the Quarrelers and was just chipping away at the Iron Breakers until they blew up. But since they blew up, I'm giving it to the Trolls. Trolls kept me in the game. They didn't die, even though they were stupid. They didn't die, and they kept me the points. So I'm going to give it to the Trolls. The Savage block kind of disappointed me against the 2 Demon Slayers, but at the same time, she wasn't really supposed to be playing Demon Slayers in the unit. But we found that out way too late. And the Foot really didn't do so much damage that it should deserve an MVP. So yeah, I'm going to give it to the Trolls. Guys, if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe, and I will be putting up more videos very soon. I got a couple games going on. I went to Friday Night Dice on Friday, and I played a game against Rick, and I got a rematch against Joe, which was just brutal and bloody. We also had the Dice Dojo tournament on Saturday, and I got 3 more games to put up from the Dice Dojo tournament. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be putting up more very soon. And if you guys have any comments or feedback, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.